Splatoon 3 has entered its final planned update season, and oh boy has the series grown so much since the previous game. So I thought it might be fun to take a look at the current types of Splatoon players and what they're like. After looking at all the different ways you could play this game, I came up with 11 different types of players. Feel free to comment below which of these fit you best, as well as any I may have missed, because the Splatoon community is pretty large these days and there's no way I can cover absolutely everything. Also, I gotta give credit where credit is due. The Splatoon community is one of the most accepting and pride-friendly I've seen online. Every month is Pride Month in Splatoon, and I hope other game communities grow in this direction too. And it is nice to see other games take a leap in that direction as well. One such game is today's sponsor, Marvel Strike Force, which is celebrating Pride Month by giving away LGBTQ Marvel heroes like America Chavez and Korg, just for logging in the game. Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG that allows you to battle with your favorite team of superheroes and supervillains in a fight to save the universe against threats like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse. Your goal is to power up your favorite characters to complete missions, unlock gear and other resources, and beat other players in PvP modes such as Alliance War and Arena. New players can unlock up to 17 characters in the first 30 days, and the game is constantly adding even more, like the Alpha Fight team of Canadian superheroes, Northstar, Guardian, and Sasquatch. I personally love getting new characters to build and trying them out in various different teams. And the best part is, Marvel Strike Force has so many different game modes to do just that. There's campaigns, blitz, and arena, but also Alliance War, a massive weekly alliance battle, raids, and Cosmic Crucible, where you get to go head to head against other players in a tournament. So much to do in this game and so many different Marvel heroes and villains you can play as. If you too want to assemble an awesome squad of your favorite Marvel characters, download Marvel Strike Force today by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description. You can unlock Wolverine for free by using this month's time-limited promo code Logan, and by downloading and playing the game this month, you also unlock Marvel's LGBTQ heroes Korg and America Chavez for free, simply by logging into the game. That's 3 free heroes right there. So what are you waiting for? Download and play it now. Thank you Marvel Strike Force for sponsoring this video. Now on to the 11 types of Splatoon 3 players. The competitive player. You're eating good because the Splatoon comp scene has popped off in this game. Thanks to season-long update cycles, players have enough time to develop a meta around the current maps and weapons, although these players will most definitely complain about the design of most maps. What's a flank? Best we can do is a Tetris piece and a pole. Also, when are we getting third kits? For a game that loves to play around the number 3, we should be getting third kits, right? If you're this type of player, you probably have an account on Sendu-Q, do regular scrims, and are part of a tournament that overlaps with some other thing going on in Splatoon, like Big Run or Splatfest. But that doesn't matter because you like your ranked, anarchy modes and have developed mastery of the game. You're looking forward to the next LAN and will go to it even if it's on the other side of the ocean, because that's just how fun it is to be part of the comp scene. And last but not least, you've been very disappointed by the fact that your favorite weapon got a bad kit or the splatter color screen as its special. I sure know I was. Number 2, the Overfisher. These gamers are the competitive equivalent but for Salmon Run, although it's more of a collaborative effort than a competitive one. You enjoy this mode so much that you want to get good at it and have a ton of resources to study all the various techniques and mechanics. You're an excellent team player and have made close friends with your overfishing buddies, and you look forward to events like Big Run and extra work way more than Splatfest. Also, you're very happy that Salmon Run is always open, unlike the previous game, because you can just keep playing the best mode while everyone else is stuck painting the floor for 2 days. You either already have the gold badge for reaching 9s on every map, or you've picked out an upcoming rotation where you plan to do that. And those Salmon Run scale rewards, you already have most of them. Mr. Grizz really needs to reward you with one of those golden egg frying pans for your efforts. Number 3, the casual. This is the majority of the Splatoon player base. You get on to play for an hour or so a day, doing whichever mode seems the most fun at the moment. For some reason, Splatfest always gets you to come back to the game, because let's be honest, it's the most chill game mode and you can feel comfortable playing it. After all, you don't need to know how to substrafe to have a fun time in Turf War. It is a bit of a bummer that you can't always get the rewards because you end up being in the bottom 50% of players, but hey, the game is still just as fun. Number 4. The Catalog Grinder. Stay away from MMOs and gachas because your grinding behavior will have you sucked into those in no time. These players will have the catalog maxed out to level 100 in the first week after the season starts, and then will go through 2 to 4 more catalogs before the next season starts. You love checking things off your to-do list, and you like this game enough to grind for hours on end. Also, you're a Harmony fan, since that's the character you get to see most often when visiting Huntlantis to claim your catalog rewards. Number 5. The Tableturfer. Yes, these players exist, and they're scary good at this mode, despite it not being too popular in the mainstream. You've got a deck ready for all the different map layouts, and each of them are meticulously planned to lock your opponent out as soon as possible, so you can get those sweet wins. You're a very thoughtful and cautious person, especially when it comes to filling out a complete square, cause you know those special attacks can make or break your duel. Also, you have a really cool emote that most players will never get. Number 6. The Plaza Poster. These are players who make Splatoon feel like home, although sometimes it's a very chaotic one. Whether they're posting silly memes, a current trend, or Splatfest art, they are always interesting to look at and give you a reason to walk around the plaza. Also, can't forget about the daily posters who are always there. You know, the ones like Cephalorock and GS Standard. At this point, they feel like canon characters in the universe who are always there hogging the claw machine or vibing in town. Number 7. The Weapon Master. Splatoon 3 has become a very difficult game to 100%, yet some players have decided that they're up for the challenge and always try to go for some sort of weapon mastery badge. Whether they're going for 5 stars on every weapon of a specific class, or trying to 3-star every weapon in the game, they're ready to commit and grind it out. They aren't easily intimidated by difficult tasks and are quick learners, especially with how good they have to get in a short period of time to get all those stars accumulated. Not too sure how they feel about the whole third kit discussion though, since that would mean they have to play this game for another 2 years just to get all the weapon badges they want. Number 8. The Decorator. Before the game came out, everyone wanted to get apartments, but instead we got lockers which can be viewed while hanging out in the lobby. I'm scared to see how good these players would be at games like Animal Crossing, because some of their locker designs are way too creative. They've got an excellent understanding of design, and it likely doesn't stop at Splatoon. I'm talking custom wallpapers on their computers, a very unique keyboard, and a super cozy desk area. They can spend hours designing their locker, and it shows. I love looking at these. Number 9. The Challenger. You like to have some spice in your gameplay, and while you may have considered modding your console to see what wacky shenanigans you can get up to in Splatoon, now you're just content with all the wacky shenanigans the dev team comes up with. Rollers that go super fast, jumping extra high, adding gushers to the maps? Yeah, sometimes the challenge is just to play regular old tower control, but the fact that you only have a limited time and no rank score to worry about makes this so much more fun. You hear everyone else complain about the slow pace of updates, meanwhile you're over here having a blast with all the various challenges every week. Number 10. The Complainer. This one may sound negative, but I know where you're coming from. Maybe you've been playing since Splatoon 1 or 2 and the 3 just felt like Splatoon 2.5. All the new stuff is so time limited or poorly advertised that you miss the challenge modes or simply don't enjoy extra work enough to care. Especially if you have to play with randos, that sucks. You know the game does add new stuff every once in a while, but you wish they went above and beyond, or at least went back to giving more frequent updates instead of this once every 3-month thing. You still like the game, but you're starting to burn out from all the grind, especially when all you're getting is 8 bronze scales after suffering in Salmon Run for a whole hour. Sometimes you say things like dead game, dry patch, lazy developers, because you want more. You want this game to feel fresh again, and it just doesn't anymore. And honestly, that's okay. I think if anything, that's just a sign that you should take a break and try playing some other game for a while. That's what I do, and whenever I come back to Splatoon, I once again have a fun time with the game, and it might be worth a shot. Also, just because you're not enjoying the game, doesn't mean just stand in base and ruin it for everyone else. Don't be this guy. Number 11. The Side Orders. Man, Team Order should have won the final Splatfest of Splatoon 2, because this is so much more fun than the single player of Splatoon 3. You love coming up with crazy and overpowered builds, or you try to make a cute image on the color palette as you climb the tower. You enjoy roguelike modes and are still having fun with this one, even if most people were satisfied after just a week of playing it. You're also either a big fan of Off the Hook, or an act enjoyer and cannot wait to see what they do with these characters in the next game, because even though they're not supposed to have favorites, the developers definitely have favorites. And that about covers all the different types of players in Splatoon 3. Which of these are you, and which did I miss?